What's up, y'all? Today we're going to be talking about allowing people to grow. A lot of people say they want the best for you until you actually change. People get comfortable with the version of you that benefits them. When you become someone else, it becomes foreign to them, and a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people want that version of you that benefits them, or maybe it's just they want the version that they're used to, and they're uncomfortable with the new version of you because they're not sure how to move around you. The moment you start growing, healing, setting boundaries, and thinking differently, that's when the people that are used to you being the version that they're used to start becoming funny. Or not everybody, but a lot of people. Um, you know, I think the reason that is because change makes people look at themselves. It forces people, you're changing, makes them look at who they are. If they see that you can change, then there's no doubt they can. Whether or not they want to put the work in to do that, it's up to them. But I just want y'all to know that just because somebody changes don't mean that they think that they're better than you. I've made a ton of changes in the last 10 years of my life, and I don't think I'm better than anybody. I'm just glad that I'm a better version of myself today than I was 10 years ago. To me, that's something to be proud of. And I think everybody should allow themselves to change. And I think everybody outside of that person, everybody in their circle, should allow them to change. Even if the growth may look confusing to you. If you're watching this person grow and change, it may look confusing to you. You're not used to it. Allow it to happen. Unless, of course, it's in a bad way. I mean, you don't want to allow somebody that you're close to become an alcoholic or get on drugs or something like that. But if it's in a healthy way, allow them to change. And to the people changing, not everybody's going to understand your new mindset, your new goals, priorities, peace. But if somebody's changing in a healthy way, becoming more disciplined, protecting their peace, staying away from drama, getting sober, chasing their purpose, focusing on their family, walking with God, like, why would you shame that? Or maybe you're not shaming it, but why would you try to treat them in a negative light? You shouldn't. Allow them to grow. A lot of people are going to say you changed. But maybe change is exactly what that person needed. I don't know. Staying the same forever isn't, like, it's cool to be loyal, but it's not cool to be the same person forever. You've got to grow. People, you have to grow. Sometimes people try to hold other people hostage to the old version of themselves, the old mistakes, the old habits, the old mentalities, or the old coping mechanisms. You can't become the best version of yourself while trying to stay recognizable to everyone else. Don't, to the person who's trying to change, don't worry about the people, how the people around you are going to accept you or how they're going to feel about it. Because real friends will allow you to grow. I mean, real love allows you to grow. I mean, real maturity understands, look, I may not fully understand what this person, like, I might not understand their journey, but I respect it. And I can appreciate it. Now, don't get me wrong, when you start to change, there's going to be a lot of people who talk behind your back. It's just because they don't understand it. And unfortunately, most people's tendencies are to talk bad about things that they don't understand. But sometimes they're just talking behind your back because they're uncomfortable. Because the growth that they see reminds them that they haven't changed, that they haven't grown. And not everybody's going to grow with you. And that's fine. Some people, when you're in this circle, you've got friends and family you've had for years. Unfortunately, a lot of those people may only know how to connect with the broken version of you, with the unhealed version of you, or maybe it's not even broken or unhealed. Maybe it's just the version that they're used to is the only version they know how to connect with. And when you start to try to become somebody better, somebody different, they don't know how to connect with you, and that scares them. They don't want to lose the connection and everything that they've had. Healing changes the conversation, changes the environment, and your priorities. You don't owe people permanent access to the old version of yourself. Change is healthy when it leads to peace, discipline, purpose, self-respect, accountability, growth. An unhealthy change is different, like arrogance or treating people like shit, being selfish or destructive. That's not even what I'm talking about. You don't want to, obviously, you don't want to let people who you love go down a destructive path. At least, I mean, people are going to do what they want to, but if they're trying to go down a destructive path, the least that you can do is talk to them and try to help them avoid that. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about when somebody wants to change and it's a healthy change, you should not try to keep them from being the version of themselves that they want to be. Because deep down inside, most people have this little something in their stomach that says, like, when it's time to change, and when it's time to become a better version of yourself. And so if you're somebody looking in at somebody trying to change, don't hold them to the old version of themselves. Sometimes when you do change, people don't like it because now you don't tolerate the things that you used to tolerate. So you're going to speak up if something bothers you, or you're just not going to be around the situation that you'd have been fine being around because you was the old version of yourself. A lot of people don't like that. Growth comes with looking inside and figuring out what it is that you're wanting to do. Some people knew your survival version so long that they get uncomfortable meeting the new version. Just know that the people who love you and truly love you won't force you to stay the person that you was just to make them comfortable. And to those who are around people who are trying to change, don't hold these people hostage. Let them change. Unless, of course, it's in a very negative way. You don't want to do that. You don't want to let them change it. But again, that's not what we're talking about. Let people grow. Let them become the version of themselves that they want to become. Because deep down inside, we all know when it's time to change and how we need to change to walk our path. I think that's it. Y'all have a go.